So this is actually what I really look like. So this is minus the filter. I just wanted to take maybe a minute or two. I'm sure everyone's at work, so no one will see this until later, but I just wanted to take a minute or two just to kind of address something that I've seen recently. And I knew the only way that I could really do that, instead of sitting here and recording a video over and over again, is just to speak from where I'm coming from. And that's just to say that I have honestly seen so many people who have recently reacted so hard to all of the celebrity suicides that are going on. And everyone keeps reposting and retweeting and talking about how sad they feel for their families and what a tragic loss it is to them, what a tragic loss it is to everyone. But my thing is, have you stopped to take the time to check on anyone in your life? That friend that you kind of fell out with, the person that you don't really talk to that much, but you do talk to them occasionally. Do you ever take time in your life to just ask your best friend or anyone who seemingly seems fine if they're okay? It doesn't have to be this big, long, drawn out thing. And I'm sure that I might lose people who follow me because people think that suicide is a coward's way out. But when you get to the point in your life where you are absolutely so lonely that you are willing to take your own life, it is because you are just feeling that lonely and you think that that is the only answer. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I noticed this trend when Robin Williams took his own life, because he was my comedic inspiration for a long time. He was the epitome of everything that I thought was funny, everything that I wanted to be when it comes to making people laugh and just making people feel good. From the moment that I saw him in Mrs. Doubtfire and he said, "I do voices," my life completely changed, and I knew that I wanted to be funny. I just wanted to make people laugh. That was all this was about, was just making people laugh. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that sometimes I poke fun at real life situations, and people have gotten offended by that, and I understand that, and any great comic will know that you can take offense or offend someone, etc., just in the path of being funny. But when it comes to mental health, it doesn't give a shit who you are. Mental health does not care. Mental health does not take a day off. So someone who seemingly seems fine probably isn't. And I'll be the first to 100% admit that I have been there. I have been in that place where you have felt like, what's the point? Why do you need to be there? What is this? There's really no point to any of it. You find no meaning in the smallest details. Even breakfast seems pointless. And no one takes the time to just stop and ask one person in their life, how are you doing? It's so simple and it's so small, but you could change the impact of someone's life drastically, and you could affect whether or not they still have a life at the end of this day. So don't get me wrong, I'm not discrediting celebrity suicide in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying that this should serve as a wake-up call, that instead of maybe retweeting and reposting and telling them you'll send thoughts and prayers and all of that, doing all of those things for a celebrity, but we're not willing to do those for people in our own life, is really, really, this is the point that no one is seeing. Everyone wants to retweet it or talk about their favorite Kate Spade purse that they had, or the shows that they watched with Anthony Bourdain and how he inspired them to want to travel and cook. And I think all of that is so wonderful, but there are so many people in your own life that need you to check on them. Just ask if they're okay. That's it. That's all it is just asking if they're okay. Asking if they need anything. Just saying hi. Asking someone if you can pick them up a coffee. You have absolutely no idea what kind of a small impact you can have on someone's life, their family's life, anybody, if you just choose to ask someone how they are. And I know that I make these videos and I know that I make people laugh. And for me, that's my joy. But it doesn't mean that I'm not human. And it doesn't mean that I don't still feel the same way that some of these people in dark places have felt. And if they are too afraid to ask for help, then you have to be the bigger person and ask them, because these people are nothing but just that, people. You are flawed and you are human, which means that a permanent solution to a temporary problem might seem like a good idea at the time, but it's only because no one chooses to just ask how they are, and they're too afraid to ask for help because they're lonely. And that's the saddest part about the whole thing, is when you're just that lonely, that's the only thing that you only know how to do. That's it. So all I ask is, instead of, by all means, retweet, post, send your condolences, whatever you want to do, but take the time out of your day to check your circle, to check the people in your life, to make sure that they're okay too. Not just Instagram celebrities that have taken their own life while it's still tragic. Take a minute to just ask people in your life and your circle if they're okay. That's it. Thanks, guys.